Hi there, Loy Machedo. Speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who is Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? So I happened to get this resume, and this came with a covering letter. This is the covering letter. It looks more like a obituary. I've changed the name of the person. Now, if we zoom in, we can see this is a lady. Her name, I've put her name as Melanie, and she is an executive PR corporate communications. Okay. Now, she has she has put her name here. We do not know what document this is. Her photograph, if you actually can look at it, it looks like she has just copy pasted this in a very shabby manner. Her outfit doesn't look professional, and it's plastered right on top of this document. Okay. Following that, she has used something around, I think, 267 words to state what she's doing. Melanie, in the third person, Melanie XYZ has worked as an executive PR for a company, fake name. Prior to this, she worked as an assistant manager for so-and-so, Apollo Cradle, Apollo Spectra Hospitals, Apollo Clinic, Nef4 Plus, okay, whatever. She has worked for all these companies, and then she even she took care of clients from all these companies. She also worked with other clients such as this. So there are too many points here. Then she moves on to being an assistant manager. Okay, I'll just highlight this. This is assistant manager. So here she was an executive PR and corporate communications. Okay, then she has a bachelor's degree in journalism and master's degree in mass communication, but then she doesn't show that in communicating. And she worked as an intern. She works as an intern for Hindu, Metro Plus, Mangalore Edition, and whatever. Then she's passionate about so-and-so, her hobbies, which I do not seem to know what importance does it have. Okay. And finally, she has given her email address. Okay, so it's pretty shabbily done. So what I'll do is I'll go to my Google Docs. Okay, I'll go to my Google Docs and here create a new document. Create this new document. Okay, so let's start off with the covering letter. Now, she would like a covering letter. So obviously, the first thing in a covering letter is her name, Melanie XYZ, Melanie. And here she is an executive corporate communication. So public relations. So PR is public relations. Public relations. Okay, and what else? She worked as corporate community she has worked as a manager. So when she is a manager for public relations, once again, media relations. So media, you can put media. She has also done a bit of bachelor's degree. So I'm trying to figure out where she is. Okay, so here you could put as a content writer, because it matches public relations, media, she's a media person. Yeah, I'm just thinking media professional. Okay, media professional and content writer. Okay, I'm going broad with the media professional and content writer. And then after that, obviously, her contact details. So I'm just giving a telephone number that I think would be fake. Okay, 5678. And obviously her email address, that is melaniexyz@gmail.com. So this is fake. So having done that, now I like this to stand out and this also to be a little big. Like I said, I'm just giving her a certain category because she's into corporate communications, she's a media professional, and she's a content writer. So just putting these three. Okay. So after I've done this, what I'd do is I'd use this for the header. Because then it shows that this is her document. I'd give this a little bit of jazz so that it stands out. Give borders and shadings. On borders and shadings, gray would be a little dull. Neon would be really bright. Say purple. Purple would look kind of different. It's black, so I'd give it font would be white, so it's readable. And I'd make Melanie stand out. Okay, so and this is the content writer, so just make her stand out. Okay, So this is how it looks like. And if in case I'm not too happy with the gap, I can just put a little bit of gap, and so that it stands out. Okay, you know, I'm just trying to do this not so professionally, just trying to get this done. Okay, now her photograph, if I had to put, I'd put it somewhere here. I'd use Photoshop, which I'll show you in some other tutorial, whereby I put a photograph and I show it here in the header. Now, let's see, what does she mention? So I'll just get my scripts, which are there in this other laptop. Okay, so in the covering letter, what she wants to say is, dear Mr. ABC. We do not know who the person is. Now, what she wants to say. Now, obviously, she wants to present her credentials. Okay, so subject matter can be subject, can be, okay, you know, it can be joining the organization, Let's just, you know, vacancy, a job vacancy, just putting something there. So let's put the subject at the top, job vacancy, or intern, a vacancy of intern position. Okay, so we'll just make this bold. So dear Mr. ABC, okay, in the interest of joining your organization, okay, I present a summary of my profile. Okay, okay, so profile summary. So what we have done is, immediately after stating this is a covering letter, okay, we've stated the subject matter, attention, for the kind attention of Mr. So-and-so, and straight away, in the interest of joining your organization, I present a summary of my profile. Okay, then you can state, I'm looking for a position. I'm looking for the position. I'm looking to apply for the position of position as an intern. I'm looking to apply for the position as an intern. Looking to apply for a position as an intern. I'm looking to apply for a position as I'm looking to apply as an intern. Looking to apply for a position as an intern. Okay, you can see I'm doing this live, so obviously, you know, I'm going with the flow. Okay, then straight away you move to the profile summary. So here she has given all this content. Okay, she's given all this content. So what is a profile summary? So first is a summary of a profile, because people do not have time. So here she has first worked as, if you see here, this is, she has worked as an executive, PR, and corporate communications. So first we'll put executive, PR, public relations, and corporate communications. Okay, for fake company, and obviously should put the time period, that is 2018, that is the current year. So we'll give this a bullet point and put this. Okay, and then what was before this? Before this, she worked as an assistant manager. Okay, so that also has weightage. Assistant manager. So she has worked for which company? Healthcare and wellness for 9 months. Okay, healthcare and wellness. Okay, for which company? For Apollo Cradle, Apollo Clinic, Apollo Spectra. So it's apparently Apollo Group of companies. Okay, and then she took care of clients for 3 to 4 months. I don't know what is this. She also worked for other clients. Okay, network clients. Okay. She worked as assistant manager in media. Okay, assistant manager. So PR, public relations, public relations. Okay. Okay. See, it's not very clear what she has done, so I'm just giving you a rundown. She worked as an assistant manager for 9 months. She was an assistant manager for public relations. See, whenever you send your resume, it has to be very clear what you're trying to say. Otherwise, it can confuse the person. So here she worked for 3 years. She worked in public relations, independent. You can put independent. So I'm just going with the flow, and just assuming that this is what she has done. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll give format, borders and shading, background color, and just give it a slight tinge of pink. Okay. So profile summary is here. Now, after profile summary, let's say we need to state what is her expertise. Okay. Expertise and core competencies. Okay, profile summary is the experience. After the experience is the expertise. So here, let's see. She has given public relations. So obviously, public relations seems to be at the top. Public relations. Okay. Then she has stated corporate communications, assistant manager, clients. Okay, client servicing. Media relations also seems to be something. Team building, she did a little bit of team building, so it could be a trainer, I don't know. And she is good at documentation. Okay. So I'll just give this bulleted points. And then she was appointed as an intern. Okay, so I copy this and give it enter. So here, let me bring this down here. So she has worked as appointed as an intern for which all companies? Okay, apparently she interned for the Hindu. Hindu is a giant brand in India. Hindu. Then she has done for Metro Plus, which is another company, and Mangalore Edition. So she has done these 3 companies. Okay. So now we have a profile summary, then our expertise. She's an expert in so and so areas. So I'll just get rid of this. She's an expert in so and so areas, and appointed as an intern for these brands. Okay. Then let's see, what else do we have? I'm just trying to figure out. Okay. And she has done content writing. Okay, so she is a content writer as well. Now, this would have more weightage, especially when you're talking as being independent a content writer. Okay, content writer and freelancer. Okay, content writer and freelancer. So here, she has done for which all companies? Content writer for Make My Trip, Dubai Florist. Okay, so Make My Trip, then Dubai Florists, and she interned for a firm called Fresco what? Fresco Informatics. Okay, so she has done she has provided services for these things. So when you look at this in comparison to this, okay, let me just give you a view, bird's eye view. So this is how her covering letter looked like, and now when we have this as a covering letter, full screen print layout mode, sorry, not full screen. Okay, so now this is how it looks like. So I feel this looks much more neat, much more nice, much more clean. And obviously we would reduce the size of this, so 12. So you're looking forward, the subject matter is you are looking to apply application for an intern position. Okay, for an application as an intern, okay, intern. So you can put in that copywriter. You can put public relations, or media handling. Okay, or you can put media. Yeah, let it be in one line. So, dear Mr. ABC, in the interest of joining your organization, I present a summary of my profile. I'm looking to apply for the position, in your company, as an intern. Okay. So and so, this is what she has put. Then obviously you need to end this by saying, I would very much like an opportunity to discuss how I can contribute to the goals of your organization, and I will get in touch with you next week, 22nd October 2018, at around 10 a.m. Okay, to confirm the receipt of my application. Okay, so what what's happening here is, you're not only giving your resume, or you're not only giving your covering letter. Okay, I would very much like an opportunity to discuss how I can contribute to the goals of your organization. Okay, I will get in touch with you next week. So it's very specific. You have stated the date. Okay, date 22nd October at around time. Okay, 10 p.m. Okay, to confirm the receipt of my application. So what happens here is, you are being very specific to find a result. Okay, you're not wasting anyone's time, and you're showing that you're pretty focused on the course of action. Okay, to confirm the receipt of my application, and then finally, I just move this one side. Finally, you just say that thank you for taking the time to read through this letter. Okay, look forward to meeting with you, and signed by Melanie. Okay, XYZ. So we try to squeeze this down to one page. So obviously, just give this 11. Okay, so now this squeezes down to one page. Pretty neat in comparison to how it looked before. I'm just going rough. I'm just giving a very rough comparison to what it was. Okay, so this is page 1. So now page 2. Now obviously this is a covering letter. Okay, if you're attractive, give your photograph. If you're not attractive, please avoid giving your photograph. Okay, because people like only attractive people. So now this is the covering letter. I'll close this. Don't save. Now this is a resume. Her resume is more like the boxed format. Okay, she has a boxed format. Okay, so the resume is 1 page, 2 page, 3 page. Okay, now what I've done is, I'll go to Google Docs, and here, what I believe is, whenever you're trying to introduce yourself, you need to have something that makes you stand out. Okay, one of the best marketing tools that I have known, which helps people stand out, is recommendations. Okay, so here I have used a previous template, which I will use here. Now recommendations, just copy paste. Recommendations are here. Now the recommendations, first one is, Melanie is without a doubt the most hardworking, dedicated, and determined intern I've ever worked with. name of the person. So it's always the name, the designation, and the company the person's working for, email address, and cell phone number. So that's recommendation number 1. And following that, I've copy pasted this, recommendation number 2 and recommendation number 3. So we have, let's say 1, 2, 3. You can give something around, say, 5 recommendations. So 5, let them all fit in one page. Okay, just make sure that the recommendations fit in one page. Make sure that the layout looks pretty neat. Okay. So these are recommendations. So page number 1 is the covering letter. So you don't need to mention cover letter. Okay, but I'm just giving this so that you know that this is a covering letter. Okay, cover letter. Okay, so this is cover letter, COVR, cover letter. Okay, and then after the cover letter, we have recommendations. So immediately after the cover letter, you have recommendations so that the person knows, okay, this person who's applying for this job has recommendations. So recommendations, wow, okay, wow, this person, this person, this person. So the contact details are also given. So, you know, that shows credibility. Okay, then following that, we move to the resume. Now, let me once again move to stating what is this. Okay, we go. Now, resume. Okay, let's move on to the resume. Now, in the resume, so obviously, see here, let me just show you. See, this is a resume. And you can see this editing that she has done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You keep going this way. What she has done is she has done this amateurish, you know, kind of editing. Okay, the font here is 10 and the font here is 16. Okay, contact, to contact, the Gmail, and she's from Bangalore. Nobody gives a damn. Okay, so I'd get rid of this. Okay, because this doesn't add any value. Now, work experience, total work experience, minus 4+ years. Okay, so 4 years experience. So she wants to start off with experience. EXP, experience. Okay, we'll start off with the experience. So she has followed this boxed format. Okay, so the first company that she has worked for, she is currently working. So she's an executive PR and corporate communications. Okay, so we'll type that here. No spelling error. Okay, executive. Oh, okay, sorry. So let me just give this a slightly bigger font so it's easier for you guys to read. Okay, so in the resume, so she's an executive public relations. I prefer full forms. Okay, public relations. Okay, and corporate communications Okay, she's an executive. All right, for which company? For fake company. Okay, for fake company, and she has been there from May 2018. Okay, so this is company number 1. So I'll give this, okay, the first bullet point. So this shows the latest company first. Following that, it seems that she's working for Madison. Here, if you see, it's Madison. Okay, Madison Public Relations. So here she worked as assistant manager for brand communications. So assistant manager, brand communications. Okay, for Madison Public Relations. Okay, sounds pretty funny. Now, the funny thing is, see here, when you have May 2018 and then you have May 2017, it kind of looks like what the hell, you know, you're working every time from May. So this kind of makes it look tacky. So don't give the month. Sometimes the month can be misleading because obviously you do not know where to bluff or where to bullshit. So you can just put, you know, just put the year. All right. I would be more comfortable with the year. So 2017 to 2018. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, January, 8 months. So you could say 8 months. Okay, let's look into this later. Then here she was a senior associate PR for technology. See, the thing is, these are really big designations and it doesn't make any sense. So executive public relations. Okay, what I'll do is in order to make sense of this, expertise, okay, public relations, okay, corporate communication, okay. The problem is she has all these funky ass designations which kind of, you know, make it confusing. It's like, what all are you good at? So brand communication, okay. So she has been an executive, okay, for a fake company. She has been assistant brand manager. So this is much better, brand manager, okay. Then here she is a senior associate PR, okay, for technology and telecom. For which company? For Genesis, BURS and Burns, MASTELLER, okay. And the year is 2013 to 2016. 2016. Okay. Then, okay, then is intern. Okay. Internship. Okay, internship 1 month. So you see how confusing this is? I do not know where to look. Make my trip, shout analytics, and employee wise. Okay, internship as a content writer. Okay, so make my trip, shout analytics, then employee wise. I don't know if this is all one word. Okay, employee wise. So put this 3. Okay, put this in bullet points. And then HTM Limited. She worked for corporate communications. There are too many things here. Intern for corporate communications, worked for in-house journal, made contributions to the newsletter, translated release from Kannada to English. There are too many things here. Okay. So work for a newspaper, that is for the newspaper. Okay, which newspaper? HMT. Okay, we can just put HMT, newspaper. And this is Raj Music, Karnataka. Okay, she did voiceover, so that is not important. Okay, so for newspapers. Newspapers and media outlets, media and internet news sites. Okay, and blogger. Okay, freelance. Okay, so what I've done is I have just summarized the experience, 3 companies, then a freelancer as a writer and blogger for content writer, freelancer, okay, content writer and blogger for these, okay, and expertise is in these areas. Okay, so here what happens is we're giving a resume a bit of a structure. Because it's, you know, her resume is so haphazard. So we'll give this 12. Okay, so let's look at it. So first we need the experience. This is the experience that she can offer. Okay, she's an executive, she's an assistant brand manager, and she has been a senior associate. Okay. Her expertise are public relations, corporate communications, brand communications, blogging, content writing. Okay. And she has been a freelancer. And you can put it as a freelancer. Okay. For freelancer for these companies. Okay, clients. Okay. So here it's getting a bit of a shape. So instead of having all this crap, all this utter nonsense, we are just putting it into just simple basic points. Education comes next. So obviously, let's come here. Education. In terms of her education, we take the one that is the latest. She's a master's. She has done a master's. Okay, she's done a master's in science. Masters of Science. Masters of Science in Mass Communication. Okay. That is India, apparently India. Okay. She has put the year 2013. She graduated. Okay. So let's put this bold. Then she has done a bachelor's. She has bachelor's of arts and journalism, optional English, and PSY psychology. Okay, that's interesting. That is 2011. Okay, she has done this in 2011. And the PUC, that is post whatever. Nobody's interested in 12th standard. Nobody's interested in 9th standard. Okay. So just interested in the latest. So education is here. Her strengths. Now, you normally don't put your own strengths because it's like you praising your own tail. Her strengths is she is confident in creative abilities. That's a very vague statement. Good in communication skills. Your communication skills are not good, sweetheart. Good knowledge of computer software like MS Office. No, it's pathetic. Adobe Dreamweaver, Adobe Flash, and Quark Express. I do not know where this is required. More capable in working fields like corporate communications, public relations, content writing, event management. Okay, she has event management, so you can put events, event management. Okay, so you can put event management here. Okay, so, personally speaking, I find these strengths pretty vague. She considers herself good in communications and creative abilities, but this is left for the interviewer to judge. In terms of MS Office, that is only for someone. Today, even a 9-year-old child knows MS Office. Adobe Dreamweaver, I do not know how many places they need the skill. Flash and Quark Express, unless it is required, you need to state that. Corporate communications, public relations, once again, you can't judge unless you see the person work. Okay, so I would delete all this. Then positions of responsibility, extracurricular activities. Okay, worked in AM Plus, a fortnightly newspaper, as sub-editor, have featured articles in the Hindu, then picked up 3-day event or whatever, child labor, working conditions, and part of theater. Okay. There is nothing that is extraordinary here. You're stating like a child, extracurricular activities. I'd get rid of all this. Okay. In terms of education, we have mentioned whatever is required. Okay, we don't care about the percentage, so get rid of this. The company that you worked for 1 month, here you worked for 1 month, here you worked for 1 month and 2 weeks. I don't see anything except this, that you have expertise in social media marketing, name, Facebook, Twitter, but then, you can't measure this because you just work for a month. So I'd get rid of this. And here, I just try to see if anything is worthwhile. So responsible in handling public affairs for the brand and closely worked with a PR agency in building the brand and creating brand awareness. Which brand? For fake XYZ. Media relations, vendor relations, spokesperson are some of the key responsibilities. I just don't know what she has done here. It's so vague. It's so absolutely vague. Worked for the brand. Which brand? Fake company, but where? What? You have not. You have to give specifics. Okay. Next one is Madison Public Relations, Assistant Brand Manager, Communications, handled the new business development for healthcare and IT. Clients handled Apollo Group. Handled business development. Okay, business development can be something. Business development can be something extra. Development. Okay. Then regional media did meetings for clients, articles, press release, industry stories of CEO, top regional headlines. You'll have to give the links in order to prove what you've done here. I would remove this. Then senior associate PR for technology practice in charge of Mindtree, Intel, Swiss Tally. These are big companies, but what did you do here? Okay. Generating press release, quotes, initiate interactions with media. I don't know. I just find it so vague because you've worked in so many places. Okay, so I'll remove this. Now, I know this looks really small in terms of a resume, but then, you need to state extras of what you've done. So I would put something like expertise here. Um, you know, I would write down handling clients, press releases, then vendor management, media kit, and mass communication, distribution, handling crowds, handling people at events, press at events. Okay. Product launches, LAUNC product launches. So I would put stuff here that is related to what all goes in creating a brand. Okay. Then interacting with clients, VIPs, speakers, presenters. Okay. Social media management. So I would put some extras here in terms of the expertise. Okay. So this is what I'd put. And in terms of personal details, maybe finally you can end with personal details. Okay. Here you put something like personal details. Just put this as bold. Personal details. Okay. I don't know. Should just put some personal details or whatever you want to state is like can don't mind no no objection and relocating to another city, no objection and relocating. So you put some personal details here that may add value to your overall resume. Okay. So overall, what I've done is, if you actually look at it, I have created this a covering letter. Along with the covering letter, the recommendations, and with the recommendations, just the basic this resume. Stating with the what do you call that? The experience, borders and shading. Let me just give this quickly. Borders and shading, apply. We give this 14. Let's say 14. Sorry, guys, this keeps taking time. paragraphs, borders and shading. I'll give this again. So you see, I just try to beautify this a little bit so that it looks nice. And then it kind of has a touch of creativity because you're trying to appeal to someone's visual you know visual style. So it should come across at least palatable, like they should want to read it, you know. So this is how I would design. Let's say 14 format, paragraph style, borders and shading, pink. And yeah, could be the possibility that because she's a girl, I've just put it at as pink because that suits them well. You can change the color if you wish. And okay, and you can clearly put the other bits. Then you can put your website here, blog, then yeah, that's about it. So YouTube channel, you can even have a YouTube channel. Okay, if the person is if the person really stands out. So this is how I would design a cover letter plus resume, along with recommendations of someone who is wanting to get into media. So guys, I did this live so that you understand what goes on into creating a covering letter, creating a resume, creating a profile, which would appeal to a decision maker, especially when you're going cold calling. Okay. And last but not the least, I would just put, let's say, just give this page X. Wait 1 second. Just want to get this right. Page. Okay. I would just want to make sure that this is right in the center. And this is given railway. This is giving 14 bold 1 of 1. Insert page number, page number, footer, page number. Yeah, okay. I like to get things right. So this is how I do it. 1 of 3, 2 of 3. Come on, man. Insert page number, page. Page number, yes. Okay. So I hope I got this right. Okay. Whatever. Okay. So, this is how I would do it. And it's up to you how you would do it. But remember this, end of the day, you need to make sure that when you're sending someone something, it should appeal to them. It should make them want to look at it. It should make them want to read it more. I got the page number right. Okay. So let me know your feedback. What do you think about this? Do you think it's done well? Do you think, do you think this would appeal to your creativity? And let me just get this end bit right. So if you do approach me and you do ask me to, let's say, do your resume or do your covering letter, this is how I normally do it. Okay. Different people do it differently. And yeah, so any questions, let me know. Love to hear from you. And this is me signing off for now. All right, guys. Like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't like it, give it a thumbs down. This is me signing off for now. Take care. Let me say goodbye to this.